I saw
Right.
your merchandise and stuff like that. I like the logo. What is Plain Kids? What does that mean? Where does it come from?
Yeah, man. So basically, Plain Kids is like this concept that me and my friend developed like back in middle school,
Okay, yeah.
and it was just like two regular, just kind of who enjoyed making music at the time, right?
Okay.
And now that I'm older, I guess, because this was in middle school, this is
Yeah.
20, this is '09, '08. Um, and now that I'm a little bit older, I kind of just see Plain Kids as like trying to show people that we're regular people, like even when I become successful, and I believe I will become successful with my music, that we're all just regular people. We all have our own stories, and each little aspect of that story is what makes you unique and special, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day too, that we're just regular people. We have ups and downs, and we have flaws, and we have but we're just trying to better ourselves, and let other people know that we don't have to do anything alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I think that's a big thing too. Is like we always have some sort of way. Even if it's like little help. Sometimes we overlook it and we just like, oh, I'm alone. But like little help. For example, I'm staying at my grandma's right now,
Yeah.
so that's like
Yeah.
I'm. It's like yeah, just
Huge.
basically playing kids.
Okay, because I had read a little bit. I forgot where I found it, but kind of that story of when you guys were little.
Yeah.
How old were you when you guys started? The Plain Kids.
So I was maybe seventh grade, so I must have been like
Okay.
12 or 13.
Yeah. That
Yeah, so pretty young.
that's a pretty interesting idea for such young. It almost seems like a lot of kids at that age would have gone the other way and like extraordinary kids or.
Right.
But I like that that humbleness and that confidence though in that. I like that. It's cool.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. I never thought about it that way
You know
either.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So were
Um,
you kind of like a deep thinker at that time? Do you ever remember as a little kid you kind of being different and it's kind of separate from the other kids?
yeah, I was definitely a deep thinker,
Yeah.
I was you know, I did get into trouble from time to time, but for the most part, like I thought, you know what I mean? I was like, when I was with my cousins and my friends, that's usually when I got in trouble. But like by myself, usually like if I was like, oh, I'm gonna do something, I usually like first thought about it. You know what I mean? When you're little, you don't really think about it. You're not like you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. You don't think of the repercussions.
Yeah.
But I mean, even since like very little, I was always like, well, this could actually happen,
Yeah.
and I was like 8, but still, I mean, when you are with your cousins and your friends, you kind of you just feel like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But but I was definitely thinking about it, and other people around me were just kind of like, yeah. So I guess I was a deep thinker actually.
Yeah, it's always I was always that kid that kind of was like staring off in the window and thinking and
Mhm.
dreaming of big things and stuff like that. It's interesting to me